Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. I tell you what, folks, I've been hooked on General Hospital longer than I can remember, and this week starting May 4th has me glued to the screen like a kid with his nose pressed against the candy store window. Lord have mercy. Poor Carly Spencer is right in the middle of another whirlwind, and my heart just about aches for her. That woman has fought more battles than a good old Texas cowboy in a rodeo, raising those kids mostly on her own, dodging one heartbreak after another. But when her daughter Josslyn suddenly goes missing, whew, that's the kind of fear that hits a mama straight in the soul. I can picture it clear as day. Carly's face going pale as fresh milk, her hand shaking while she's dialing every number she knows. She's convinced Jack Brennan is behind it, paying her back for that tangled mess she got herself into. You see, Brennan finally found out that Valentine Cassidy, the very fugitive he's been chasing for the WSB, has been living right under Carly's roof, sharing her bed and all. Bless her heart, she had that big showdown with Brennan, staring him down like she always does, fire in her eyes. He didn't haul her off to jail like she feared, but he sure gave her a warning that could make any grown man's blood run cold. You cross me like this, he basically told her, and there'll be consequences. And now, with Josslyn vanishing into thin air right at that exact moment, well, I don't blame Carly one bit for thinking this is Brennan's revenge, hitting her where it hurts most through her child. And get this, the one pulling the strings on Josslyn's disappearance is none other than Cassius Faison, going by Nathan West these days. Ryan Paevey's character has always had that sneaky edge, and now he's got Josslyn locked away at Windermere of all places. I swear, that old mansion has seen more secrets and schemes than the whole town of Port Charles put together. Josslyn's tough as nails, just like her mama, but even the strongest girl can find herself in a corner she can't fight her way out of alone. I keep thinking about all the times Carly's been there for her kids through thick and thin. Remember when Josslyn was just a little thing, getting into scrapes that would make any parent lose sleep? Now she's grown, but the worry never stops. It reminds me of my own daughter back in the day, when she stayed out too late one night and I paced the porch until dawn, imagining every worst thing possible. By the time May 7 rolls around, Carly's going to get some news that just tears her up inside, the kind that makes a mother drop to her knees and pray like she hasn't in years. I can already see her mind racing, wondering if Brennan's playing some long game, using Josslyn to make her suffer for choosing Valentine over him. It's the timing, you know? 1 minute she's facing off with the man she betrayed, the next her baby girl is gone. Life's funny that way, ain't it? You think you've dodged the bullet, only to hear it whistle past your ear again. Carly's probably standing there in that big house of hers, staring out the window at the harbor, feeling more alone than she has in a long time, even with all her friends around. I'll tell you, watching this unfold feels so real, it could be happening right down the street. Carly's the kind of woman who'd move heaven and earth for her family, and right now she's carrying a load heavier than any one person should. My goodness. If Brennan really is behind this, well, it just shows you how love and revenge can twist together like old fishing line. I'm sitting here with my coffee getting cold, wondering how she's going to get through it this time. This story's got me hooked deeper than ever, and I reckon you folks feel the same. I got to tell you, this latest twist on General Hospital has me shaking my head and leaning in closer to the screen because it feels like everything is coming full circle in the most painful way. Josslyn Jacks just did something I never thought I'd see from that girl. She turned on her own mama, Carly. After all the years Carly fought for her kids, protected them, and loved them through every storm, Josslyn betrayed her in a way that cut deep. It reminds me of that old saying, what goes around comes around. And honey, it came around fast for Josslyn this time. Right after she pulled that stunt, Britt accidentally let slip where Josslyn was hiding, and before you know it, Cassius Faison was standing right at her door. No warning, no mercy. I can just imagine the scene, Josslyn's face going white as a sheet when she opens that door and sees him there, that dangerous look in his eyes. She's always been a fighter, quick with her words and brave as they come, but this time the trouble feels different. Cassius isn't making any promises about keeping her safe, and from what I'm hearing, he's got plans that could lock her away, just like poor Anna Devane ended up at Cullum. Lord have mercy. The thought of that bright young woman trapped and scared makes my stomach turn. It really does feel like instant karma, doesn't it? Josslyn had just watched Willow accuse and blackmail her own mother, and now here she is, facing the same kind of reckoning. Maybe she thought she was doing the right thing by turning on Carly, but life has a funny way of teaching lessons when we least expect them. I keep wondering if Josslyn can fight her way out of this one. She's smart and tough like her mama, so part of me hopes she'll find some clever way to stall Cassius, maybe talk her way out, find a hidden weapon, or even turn the tables and learn something useful while she's trapped. But Cassius is no fool. He's got that cold determination, and if he decides she's more valuable as a prisoner, Josslyn could be in for a long, frightening stay. Still, I can't help rooting for the girl. I've seen her grow up on this show, watched her make mistakes and learn from them, just like real kids do. Maybe this danger will open her eyes a little, make her realize how much she still needs her mother's love and strength. Carly's probably losing her mind right now, searching everywhere, ready to charge in and save her daughter no matter what it costs. That's what mamas do. They forgive even when it hurts, and they fight like lions when their babies are in trouble. This whole mess with Josslyn, Cassius, and that quick twist of fate has me thinking hard about choices and consequences. One wrong move, and everything changes in a heartbeat. I'm on the edge of my seat, wondering if Josslyn will come out of this stronger, or if she'll need rescuing before it's too late. Port Charles never lets you rest easy. That's for sure. I tell you what, friends, after all that storm and worry, I'm sitting here thinking how these stories on General Hospital always manage to tug at your heartstrings and leave you hoping for the best. Carly's world might feel like it's spinning out of control right now, with Josslyn still missing and that heavy suspicion hanging over Brennan like a dark cloud. But I've watched this show long enough to know that Carly Spencer doesn't stay down for long. She's got that fire in her belly, the same one that's carried her through every loss and betrayal before. I can already imagine her pulling herself together, calling in every favor and marching straight into danger if that's what it takes to bring her daughter home safe. Maybe, just maybe, this whole mess leads to something deeper. What if Josslyn isn't just locked away at Windermere, but she starts uncovering secrets about Cassius Faison that even he doesn't want out? That girl's sharp. Maybe she turns the tables and sends a hidden message back to her mama. And Brennan? I reckon that man's pride is bruised bad after finding out about Valentine, but somewhere in that tough WSB heart of his, he might realize revenge against Carly only hurts innocent people. Perhaps he ends up helping in some quiet way, showing up at the right moment like an old friend who can't stay mad forever. Wouldn't that be something? Two people who've been circling each other, finally finding a little common ground for the sake of a young girl who deserves better. By the time that heartbreaking news hits Carly on May 7th, I bet it doesn't break her, it lights a new spark. She'll stand taller, eyes full of tears, but chin up, whispering to herself, "Not my baby, not today." It reminds me of my own life, you know? Those nights when everything looked darkest, but somehow family pulled through stronger than before. General Hospital has a way of showing us that even in Port Charles, with all the lies and schemes, love and a mother's courage still win out in the end. So I'm hanging on every episode, just like you probably are, hoping Josslyn walks through that door real soon, safe and sound. Carly deserves a little peace after all she's been through. Life's too short for endless heartache, ain't it? Here's to better days ahead for the Spencer family and for all of us watching and rooting for them from our living rooms. God bless those folks in Port Charles. They sure know how to keep an old man like me coming back for more.